Hi, I'm Jeff with Precision, here with Greg. Today we're going to show you how to install a WBL 4235S GM. Today we're going to be installing the WBL Weatherstrip, which does not take the chrome trim. If you have the chrome trim, you're going to need the WCR Weatherstrip. They install the same way. They're going to fit a 47 to 53 GM truck. If you have a 54 to 55 and a half first series truck, you're going to need the one-piece application. All right, Greg, what tools are we going to need for this job?
Today we'll be using a weather strip installation tool, the ball and hook tool, glass handlers. We'll be using a 1/4-inch nylon rope. We will have nitrile gloves. We'll be using windshield sealants, safety gloves, and safety glasses.
I'm here today to show you how to remove the parts on the 47 to 55 and a half first series GM truck. The reason we're doing it on this one is the other truck in the intro is being built for Sema and everything was removed to start the build. So I'm going to show you how to take off the parts on this old truck. Let's get started. Now we're going to remove the windshield glass. We're going to go inside and remove the inside trim via some Phillips head screws. Then we're going to go and remove the center bar via 4 Phillips head screws. And we're going to come back out, take the wiper arms off, and cut the glass out.
Now we'll go ahead and remove the wiper arms. They are spring loaded. We'll push down on this side of the wiper, pry up on the back side. I'll slide off that post. Set those aside. Go ahead and remove the center bar. We'll go ahead and cut the gasket to expose the edge of the glass and then remove it. Okay, Jeff's going to go ahead and push it out from the inside. Lift up on the corner, remove. We'll repeat the process on the other side.
Now Greg has removed all the glass and the gaskets. This is when you need to start cleaning up all your pinch welds, get nice and clean so you can install your new glass. All this stuff needs to come out and make sure it's clean before you start putting your new weather strip and glass in. Today we're going to be installing a WBL weather strip. If you have the chrome trim, you're going to need the WCR weather strip. The WCR weather strip, which accepts the trim, is going to have a 3rd trim groove right here where the chrome trim will be inserted. The glass goes into the glass channel right here, and then the pinch weld is going to fit in the back on the back pinch weld channel, which is right here. This is a rope-in installation, meaning you need to put the glass into the weather strip before you put it into the vehicle. Now when you're ordering glass, make sure you order 2 pieces of glass to do the complete installation. And be aware there are 2 different tints, clear and green, that we offer. Greg, what are some pointers for putting the glass in?
The weather strip does not have a top or bottom. We will start with the flat, straight edge of the glass into one of the corners of the center. Get the center down to the other corner. Now I'm working this gasket on, starting that lower lip underneath and then just rolling it up onto the glass. It may help if you use the ball hook tool, bringing that over the edge. Okay, now the last corner, you want to stretch it past the edge of the glass, allow it to relax back to the glass into the groove. The gasket may show a little bit of slack, but that's due to this edge being curved. That will take up when we put the rope in. Now we'll repeat that for the other side. Now that we have both pieces of glass in the weather strip, we are now going to insert the rope into the pinch weld channel using the ball hook tool. We will work it into the channel all the way around. We have a bedding and glazing compound, which is a non-hardening sealant. We are going to apply this to the weather strip. There's an exterior flap that's going to go onto the body. On the back side of that, there's a wall that we're going to sits on the body that we're going to apply the sealant to, and that's going to keep the water out of the cab. And we're going to go around the perimeter of the weather strip. All right, we're coming to the end of going around the perimeter. We're just going to lap over the sealant. Should be good. We have the windshield weather strip assembly here. So far, of course, we've put the glass into the weather strip. We've put the rope into the rope groove. We've applied the sealant onto the gasket. What we're going to do now is apply tape to pull the assembly together before putting it into the truck. You'll have areas that the gasket will have slack in between the weather strip and the glass. We're just going to pull that tight onto the glass. We've gone ahead and tore sections off the main roll of tape. The tape will stay in place as we put the windshield into the truck. As we pull the rope out, we'll show you later, it will tear this tape. You will be able to remove it easily.
We've flipped the glass to orientate it so the outside's up so we can attach the glass handling cups now. Okay, now we're going to install the whole assembly into the cab. And you'll notice the orientation of the glass to make sure you get it correctly. The radius goes on the bottom. Now we're going to start working it onto the pinch weld.
We brought the glass and weather strip assembly into the cab. We'd like to center it side to side, top to bottom. We're using the center bars. There's a hole in them that should line up to the hole in the gasket. We've taped our rope inside. We'll just take that off the glass. And we're going to start pulling this rope in from the center. bringing that lip of the gasket over that pinch weld, pulling the rope right along the glass. Keep your hand right on the glass, pulling that rope up. Now Jeff has his hand on the outside, putting pressure towards the inside of the cab, bringing that gasket in. Now, as you saw, my rope came through the gasket and ripped this tape. We'll be able to pull that out later. Okay, we'll continue along, pulling the rope along keeping our hand along the glass. Again, Jeff is still outside with pressure against the glass into the body. Okay, now what we'll do, let's give this a push back onto the body. Now there's a section down here where the weather strip did not lip over the pinch weld. We're going to take our ball hook tool, we're going to get underneath that weather strip, and just lift it up, and it'll come in. Now we'll do the other side. We got the other side of the rope. Again, pulling straight up. Jeff is on the outside with flat hands, applying pressure with flat hands. He has gloves on. If somebody is barehanded, you want to make sure they don't have any rings on their hands, and they're always full pressure. Again, we're just pulling up against the glass. It cuts the tape. Now, with this center bar, our rope has been situated on the other side of it. What we'll need to do is we'll need to cut this rope to remove it out of the cab. Now we'll go ahead and finish pulling this tape out. We'll go ahead and fine tune, make sure our gasket is all the way on the pinch weld. All right, we're going to move to the outside here. Now there's areas of the gasket that have not come out onto the body. We're going to take the ball hook tool and maneuver that underneath that edge, pushing up. We'll move along the gasket and bring that out onto the body. Now, a lot of times what happens on these corners is the same thing, so we'll just move around that, bring it out onto the body. Press the assembly into place, make sure it's seated fully. Now we'll move on to the center bar.
We're going to put the center division bar in. These holes need to line up. If they don't line up, you can use this ball end hook tool to help line them up. Once they're all lined up, Greg is going to put in the outside chrome piece. Now that he has that in, normally we put these clips in, but we're not going to do that this time as the rest of the trim needs to go in first. Now we just need to line these up. It may be a little tricky. Now work your way down.
All right, now we are going to apply a hardening windshield sealant between the weather strip and the glass. All right, now we will have an 1/8 inch tip. We will insert that into the gas between the weather strip and the glass. All right, now we will come in with a new razor blade, running right along the gasket, and we're going to clean up the excess that has come out of the gasket. We'll clean up the rest, and then you're done.